And I called him. He was like, "Hey, you here?" Because I'm here. I looked and I said, "I know you fine." And he was like, "What?" And I said, "I know you fine."
What's up, everybody? You're watching Black Panda Comedy on YouTube.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to get the latest episodes.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Black Panda, back in the building. All right, so y'all, we watched that TikTok story time the other day, and now we got another one. And I just found, like, these TikTok story times be out of hand sometimes. So we're going to check this out, and we're going to take a look at it. So today, this lady asked, is she wrong? Well, we're going to see. So let's watch the content and figure it out. Hey, I appreciate y'all for coming through. You know, you never know how good or bad you're doing until y'all pop in. So let me know in the comments and let's check it out.
So tell me if I'm wrong, or tell me if I'm reaching, or tell me the stuff like this matter. So I met a guy a couple of weeks ago. Nothing serious, just conversation. Literally nothing serious.
Yeah.
And so today I went to, as I go to work every day, and when I'm at the office, I dress up. Like I dress up, I wear
Makes
heels.
sense.
Like I actually take the time to dress up.
Okay.
And I take the time to look presentable and nice. So he texted me and was like, do I want to go have drinks and dinner after work? Now, I'm like, sure, cool. Yeah, I'll go. There's no problem. Yada, yada. So I wasn't going to go home to go get dressed and stuff like that. I literally was going to come after work to go meet up with him to have drinks, have food, conversation.
Makes sense
whatever.
so far.
So, again, I'm looking presentable. You know what I'm saying? Like I have on black, I got on this like pleated skirts. I got on this black top, and I got on some black heels. Like I'm looking presentable. I got my makeup bag with me, kind of touch up my lip combo. And, I'm looking presentable. Like I can go and have a drink somewhere and look presentable and be comfortable. He knew where we were going because he texted me and he asked me and invited me to go. So you knew where we were going. And I am really big on when you leave that house, you better make sure that you're looking presentable. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be all dolled up in a ball gown and stuff like that, but...
Well, why would a dude be dressed up in a ball gown? That don't make sense. Okay.
If you know that you are going to a certain place and you're going to go meet a woman and you asked her pretty much like a date, have a little drink date or whatever the case may be, you need to put some clothes on. Because
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's standard. Okay, so what's the problem?
My patience is so thin, and I have zero tolerance for shit. And he even told me that he was like, you look like you look like you don't be playing, and you look like you got zero tolerance. I'm glad that you know that about me.
Okay, but wait a minute. Why are you so aggressive? Am I wrong? Look, hey, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. It is what it is. But you sound like you angry. Like all the time. Like, I don't play. Okay, well, relax a little bit.
And I'm glad that you know not with me.
Oh,
and
okay.
so
It's aggressive.
Again, we weren't going to a fancy restaurant, because if we were going to a fancy restaurant, I wouldn't wear this. Not saying that I couldn't wear this, I just would not wear it.
So, not a fancy restaurant. Okay.
To no fancy restaurant. But it was an actual restaurant where we were in my side of town in Plano, and we needed to put clothes on. Like, I mean, that's just common sense. Put some clothes on.
Did he show up naked?
I pull up to the place. This man had on, and I bullshit you not, this man, I seen him before he seen me.
Okay.
He had on a muscle shirt.
Okay.
He had on some slides.
Okay.
He had on some socks, some high socks, and they were white.
Okay.
And
is it a crime to wear white socks? Somebody let me know in the comments.
And he had on some basketball shorts.
Okay, sound like he was chilling that day and he just wanted to link up.
Like he looked it cute. Like
he looked it. Well, He looked it like you. If he looked cute, then what's the problem? Maybe if he looked cute, then it would have been different. But if he looked it cute, okay, go ahead.
I mean, I'm not going to use the word cute. He looked it real handsome because he's a handsome dude.
Okay, so then.
But fuck out.
So you saw him at his worst and still thought he looked good. Okay. So I just want to make sure. Hey, if y'all agree with how my summary is going so far, let me know. Because I'm just trying to figure out the problem. They didn't go to some fancy place, which is what she said. And she still thought he looked good with what he had on. So what's the problem?
And I seen him and I called him. He was like, hey, you here? Because I'm here. I looked and I said, I know you fine. And he was like, what? And I said, I know you fine. And I said, do you got on a muscle shirt and some shorts and some slides? Like, you didn't even have on some jeans and a t-shirt. Or, no, I'm not even finna justify that. I'm not finna.
You know what? Here's the thing. Here's what you can justify. He showed up at his worst, but you still thought he looked good. He probably had some stuff to do that day. He probably was running errands. And, he wanted to make time out of his day. Now, I'm not saying, listen, hold on. I'm not saying he can't dress up or he can't put no shoes on at least. But to me, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. What y'all think?
Justify that. I said, do you have on some basketball shorts, some slides, some socks?
Yeah, you said that already.
And a muscle shirt on?
Mm-hmm,
and he was like, yeah, you see me, where you at? Where you at, beautiful?
What?
I said, beautiful is finna go home.
I mean, we don't really know what you look like. Because, first off, how about since we talk about that, how come you showing up in a disguise? That's not what your face look like. You got your little contoured nose. You got your little lipstick going on. You don't look like that every day. What you look like when you first get up? Because apparently he showed up looking regular and he looked like he cute to you, which is what you was talking about. So how come you going out there all dressed in a disguise? Okay, that's my take.
Beautiful is finna go home.
Mm-hmm.
And I
was she there before? Like, did you see her walk out? Because, I mean, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. And you don't be holding nothing. Okay, that was terrible.
And he called, and he called, and he called. He called 3 times.
Okay.
He texted, and I didn't answer. So then,
you ghosted dude on an outfit. You need some therapy.
And I stopped to grab me some food because here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of got a little. So when I finally made it to my food place, the wing place, to go grab me some food, and he's like, "Oh, well, I just don't understand with you, with you women and stuff like that." And he was like, I just thought that that was really rude.
It is.
And I was like, no, what's rude is you inviting me out for drinks and dinner and you show up with a muscle shirt.
So he showed up and you didn't. And then you ghosted him. And what was supposed to happen? He's supposed to be like, you know what I mean? Like, what was he supposed to do?
Some basketball shorts and slides with some white socks at that.
So?
And you thought that was okay. And I feel like that to me lets me know that you don't respect me enough to even put some clothes on and to go out in public and stuff like that.
Where is this logic?
I sat with myself and I'm just like, am I tripping?
Yeah. And then here's the thing. So if you sit with yourself, then you just repeating stuff you already think. So you're not even getting no real opinion. You getting your own opinion from yourself? Lady, you know what?
Up the cap.
Or am I doing too much?
Yeah.
Or no,
yeah.
bitch, you just really just setting the tone for how you really want to be treated. No, bitch.
How's he dressing up, treating you poorly? Like, it's not that he can't dress up. And then, if he feel like, oh, you know what, my bad, I should have dressed up or whatever. And then the next time you go out, he all to the nines. quote unquote. What's the problem? Why you don't feel like, oh, he wanted to hang out with me? That's nice. He more than likely was gonna pay for the food. Why you tripping on a man outfit? You can always change the outfit. You just doing too damn much.
Too much. I wasn't doing too much.
Yes,
and
you were.
I really felt like if I allowed him to come up there, and if I allowed him and accepted the fact that he was gonna come up there with some basketball shorts, a muscle shirt, some slides, and some white ass socks, that's letting me know that you don't give a about nothing. To be honest, you don't care about nothing.
That's not
and
true.
You definitely don't respect me. Is how I took that. Because you couldn't even have the decency to go and throw some clothes on. I'm not saying that you need to be in a suit and tie.
Apparently he needed to be, because if he don't dress up in a suit and tie, then he don't respect you. He probably, hey, he called you beautiful. I mean, that's a stretch. But if he like it, good for him. You know? So then you sitting there here doing all of this stuff. I don't understand. Am I wrong, y'all? Am I wrong? Because now I'm confused. Because I feel like that man could have been doing anything that day. He probably had a hard day. He probably, was like, hey, I'm going to be chilling. I just want to have a good convo with this lady. I'm going to go ahead and hook up with the pay for the food or whatever. And you say he got to have a dress code to go somewhere with you?
But you could have put you on some nice shoes, some jeans, and a nice shirt, collar shirt, and we could have called it a day. Okay. I'm coming after work, so I still got on work clothes. It's not like I went home to go get dressed and all of that. I literally am.
Maybe he don't want to steal your shine. Thought about that? Maybe he wanted you to look way better by default. I mean, you need all the help you can get, really.
Coming off work, but I literally have on a freaking skirt. A skirt and some pants, not skirts and pants, but a skirt and some and a cute top and some heels. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I look presentable and stuff like that.
You came from work. You supposed to. Maybe he was off that day. Maybe he was just trying to. You doing too much.
Did not understand why I left and why didn't I give it a chance. No, I'm not going to give you the chance, because if I let you slide with that you just pulled, you gonna think that you can ice skate around this bitch. And my patience is so thin with.
Okay, first off, again, you making a mountain out of a molehill. This ain't even that big a deal, and you tripping. You know what? I'm gonna have to be like, oh boy, what's his name? Kevin Samuels? Yeah, you gonna be all and alone. Does nobody want to deal with all that? What you mean? He ain't do nothing. Now, if you would have said, hey, we going to this nice restaurant, we gonna, get dressed up and go, then that would be different. Then I'd be like, all right, But he invited you to some shit he was doing. He included you in his plan. Get out of here.
Like, I don't got no patience, no tolerance for no bullshit or whatever. I dealt with bullshit last year with my ex.
Oh, okay. Then maybe you shouldn't be going out on dates until you get past your trauma. Yeah, that sounds like that's right. Yeah. This one dude did this one thing, so I'm going to correlate this to the other thing. Everybody ain't the same. Stop doing that.
I'm not doing I'm not dealing with no shit. So when I tell you, you're going to have to come correct. You're going to have to come correct me. I am chill. I'm cool. I'm laid back. No. But it's a lot of shit that I used to allow.
Don't nothing about you say chill and laid back. Nothing about you say that. You got to start making better decisions.
That I don't allow no more. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even give a damn if we was going to Cheddar's and you had that on. Don't ever think that that's okay, because I don't even allow my son to come out the house looking any kind of way. So I'm definitely not going to be okay with a grown man.
Wait a minute. You know what? Okay. So here's the thing. You got to rethink your process. And you know what? If he want to wear slides to dinner for like a little get together, he don't know you like that. He don't even know he can't even do that. Why don't you have a discussion and be a little bit more mature and say, hey, listen, I prefer if you do X, Y, and Z. And then if he say no, then you'd be like, okay, well, this ain't gonna work for me and go on. But what did you do? You went and ghosted him. You didn't, you all offended. And he wasn't even probably trying to be like that. Nah. But you could at least told him. Man, y'all gotta do better. Anyway, this has been the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It's a little crazy. I got a little worked up a little bit. But, if you like it, let me know. If not, then check out this video over here. And if you don't like that one, maybe check this one out over here. All right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. See ya. Bye.